Hey guys, Ronan here from Tone Fit and Health in conjunction with Health Yacht Club, and I am here to do a full body workout for you on Instagram for the next 45 minutes. So this session is going to be aimed at getting full body workout. All you need for the session is a chair or a stool like this one here, and a kettlebell or some sort of hybrid Frankenstein homemade kettlebell. Okay, so with these weights and with these pieces of equipment, you're going to get a full body workout, and we're going to increase the heart rate, we're going to increase the metabolic rate, and we're going to get a full workout front, back, top and bottom. So we'll just let a couple more people come online and then we'll get into the session. So if you have any problems or any questions after the session, feel free to send us a direct message, contact us on the Health Yacht Club Instagram or the Tone Fit Instagram, and we'll be able to answer your question for you and allay any fears or any concerns that you might have. So the idea with today's session: go as slow as you need to go. If you're comfortable and you've got the right technique and you're happy with your form, go for it, okay? If you feel you need to take a breather, take a breather. That's absolutely fine. But be hard on yourself. If you need to take a breather, take a breather. If you don't really need to take a breather, then push yourself. Slow the reps down, slow the technique down, slow the tempo down, but really focus on keeping it absolutely perfect. Okay, so we're gonna get into our warm-up. We've got a couple more people just come online. Hello, hey Portugal, how's it going? I to you. Okay, so we got a couple of Portuguese guys in. Okay, so after this, feel free to give us a tag, a share, a like, and show us what your home setup is like. It's always good to see what you guys are training with at home and how creative some of you can actually be. So the family's in the other room because I'm cocooning at home, or not cocooning, but I'm isolating at home. I got my tunes on the TV, and we're gonna get going. Okay, so let's get down onto our backs on the floor. We're gonna put both feet on the floor, hip width, and you're gonna drive your hips up into the sky, nice and slow. So remember, this is the warm up. So we're just bringing the body up to temperature, mobilizing all the joints, getting the blood flowing around, and getting those muscles ticking over, getting ready to fire into a high tempo, high metabolic workout. Okay, so now this time what we're gonna do is, as we raise our hips into the sky, we're gonna reach over our right shoulder as far as we can beyond our head, and then sit back down, bum to floor. So hips up, reach over, touch the floor beyond the head, and back down. So it's up, reach, down, and we're alternating between left and right. So the plan is to have your two heels on the floor and then one shoulder on the floor as you reach. So it's a big reach. We're trying to stretch out the core, we're trying to activate the glutes, we're trying to get as much of a rotation into the upper body as possible, because the more we can rotate the upper body independently to the lower body, the more mobile you're going to be, and ultimately the better you can train, the better results you can get. Okay, back to bridging, no more rotations on the upper body, and we're now going to raise one leg into the air, pushing through the heels. So remember, you go at your pace. If you see me firing on with loads of reps, don't try and stay with me if you can't, that's fine. Just keep ticking over with the correct technique, the correct posture, and the correct form. The tempo will take care of itself because the amount of reps and times that we're doing. Okay, change legs if you haven't already. And then we're going to come up into a high plank position. That's 2 feet, 2 hands on the floor. Just move that chair out of the way. You're going to go into a high plank. You're going to bring your left foot forward and plant it on the floor beside your left hand. And you're going to feel that stretch on the hamstring on the leg that's bent, and on the hip flexor on the leg that's still down on the floor. And then we're going to rotate that arm, left arm up and around to the sky. Twist through the torso as much as we can, and then bring it down and change legs. So my other foot is forward, stretching out my hamstring and my hip flexor, and then I'm going to rotate that big rotation around as much as possible, and then back down and change feet again. So my left foot is forward, 3, 2, 1, rotating that arm, 3, 2, 1, down and change. So remember why we're doing this workout, guys. It's for our own sanity more than anything, because it's the one thing that we can actually control in our day as opposed to what we're used to. Okay, change sides. So you're doing this for your headspace as well as the physical aspect. You're taking a positive out of a day. You're putting something positive into your day. Okay, back up into the high plank. Walking the hands in, tip your toes. Walk the hands all the way out and shrug your shoulders 3 times. And then walk your hands back in, tip the toes. And then walk your hands back out again and shrug those shoulders. So we're doing this to help flatten the curve alongside our headspace. We're doing our national bit, and it seems that what we are doing as a country is helping to flatten that curve. So if we keep going the way we're going, you guys will be back out on the water in no time. Okay, so next time you're in, I want you to sit down into a squat, push the knees out with your elbows for 3, 2, 1, then hook your fingers under your toes, raise your bum as high as you can, stretch your hamstrings and your lower back, 2, 1, and then back down into a squat again, push the knees out with the elbows for 3, 2, 1, and then raise the hips high again for 3, 2, 1, and keep that going. So we're pushing the knees out for 3, 2, 1, and then raise the hips as high as we can for 3, 2, 1, and then one more time, and then the next time our hips are up, which is now, you're going to stay up, and we're going to rotate left and right, really stretch out the hamstring, walk out that hamstring on each leg for a couple more reps, relaxing through the shoulder blades, feeling the stretch on the lower back, and also those hamstrings. And then up we come, and we're going to roll the arms going forward. So the format for today is 50 seconds worth of work, 10 seconds worth of rest, and we're going to use that 10 seconds to transition to the next exercise. So you're going to grab your Frankenstein kettlebell or your dumbbell or your plate, whatever's nice and heavy, your bag of books, your bag of water bottles, your dry bag full of weight, whatever it is, and we're going to go into swings. Okay, so I'm going to refer to it as kettlebell swings just for the ease. So when we're going into kettlebell swings, we're going to do 50 seconds. Then we're going to rest 10 seconds, then we're going to do kettlebell swings, and then we're going to do step ups. So every round we're including a new exercise, and we're going to work our way through until we have got 10 rounds back to back. Okay, so we're going to go in 10 seconds. Let me just start my timer. 9, 8, grab your bell, feet shoulder width. 5 seconds, fold your shoulder blades back like you're holding a tennis ball between them. 2, 1, stick your butt out, and then standing up tall to attention. So when we're swinging and standing up tall to attention, we're not actually pushing our hips across the room like a banana. We're standing up tall to attention. Imagine you're pushing with both feet that floor down nice and aggressively. So think of it like you're standing on sand. If you were to take your feet out of that position, there should be an equal indent in the sand. Not too much from the front or too much from the back. It should be equally pressed down. So you're standing up aggressively tall. You're not throwing your hips across the room. And you are going to get that kettlebell straight up to chest and eye level. And if you're doing it right and aggressively, that kettlebell should actually feel pretty weightless at the top. 6 seconds, you're going to take a breather. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest 10 seconds. Don't go too far because you're going to go into swings again and we're going to need our chair. So we're going to go into kettlebell swings in 3, 2, 1, and let's swing. So remember, push the floor away aggressively, shoulder blades folded back at all times. If you're unsure, have a look at the side-on view as I'm doing my swings. I'm not letting the kettlebell pull me forward. I'm taking the swing on my terms. My chest is proud, my head is up, my butt's pushed out, and then I'm snapping my hips back up tall again. And I'm keeping my stomach tight at the top. So in 20 seconds, I'm going to put that bell back down, and I'm going to go 10-second breather, pick it up, and I'm going to step up on that chair for 50 seconds. Then we're back to the top of the list again. It's swings, it's step-ups, and then we've got our third exercise. Getting ready to rest, rest. So 10 seconds, we're going to go into step-ups on that chair. 5, 4, 3, holding that weight on your chest. 2, 1, up onto the chair, and back down. So the leg that's on the chair is the one that wants to drag you up on top. So we're using the whole foot on the chair, we're not letting our heel overhang, and we're dragging ourselves up. Again, pushing through the whole surface area of the foot. I'm not pushing through the ball of the foot or the heel too much, I'm pushing through the whole surface area. So at the moment what I'm doing is I'm alternating between left and right, and I'm holding that weight on my chest. If you want to make it a little harder, hold the weight on one side and keep one leg on the chair at all times. So you can always ramp up the resistance level and the difficulty. 8 seconds, we're going to take a 10-second breather. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest, 10 seconds. We're going back to the top of the list now. We're going back to kettlebell swings, step-ups, And the new exercise is push-ups. 3, 2, 1, and swing. It's good, guys, keep it going. So for 50 seconds of every minute, you are working. You then get 10 seconds in every minute to take a breather. We're talking 36 to 40 minutes worth of solid work. If you were to go out for a run for that length of time, you wouldn't be sprinting. You would find a tempo that you can maintain at all times throughout. So like a higher speed jog. And the idea with this is resistance work is the same. You're trying to find that tempo that you can maintain at all times throughout the session. You don't want to fire off the first 10 minutes and then drag yourself over the finish line as slow as a snail. 3, 2, 1, rest. 10 seconds. Don't go too far from the kettlebell because we're going to be using it to step up on that chair in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And drive up off that leg on the chair. No overhang on my heel. Really pushing myself through that front leg to get up. I've got a balance pole here in my right, in the place of my right arm, so I can really keep myself nice and steady. And as with everything I do, I'm over talking. But hey, it's better than just listen to me breathe heavy. Kind of creepy. Good, 25 seconds. Then we're gonna put that weight down and you're gonna hit the floor and we're gonna go into push-ups. With the push-ups, guys, do not be afraid to put your knees on the floor because we want to get the full range of movement. If you emphasize the full range of movement, you are going to be burning a hell of a lot more calories and bringing in a lot more muscle to the exercise. Rest, then half-assing the rep. Okay, so with your push-up, start with your knees on the floor and then you want to get your chest all the way down onto that floor. Let's go, chest all the way down, so much so that you can actually get your hands off the floor at the bottom. If you're finding it's easy to keep the chest on the floor with the knees, try it without the knees. But the aim is again to get that full range of movement. Once you have the technique you want, whether it's knees up or knees down, let's look at the hands now. We want the whole surface area of the palm of the hand playing its part. We want to use the tips of the fingers, we want to use the ball of the hand, and we want to use the heel of the hand. We don't just want to push from one of those 3 areas. Think gecko hand. 10 seconds. You want to use the whole surface area to push yourself away from the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Up you get. 10 seconds. We're back to the top of the list. It's going to be swings, step ups, push ups, and then you got rear lunge. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Back to the top. Let's work our way down through 4 exercises of 10. If you're finding that swing is getting easier because you're really dialing in your technique, start playing around with it. Start going single hand, start doing alternating grip, but the emphasis is always on the correct form, the correct posture, and the correct technique. If you're starting to feel pressure coming in on your lower back, have a look at your shoulder blades. Are your shoulder blades pinned back enough? Is your chest up high enough? Is your stomach tight enough? Is your head upright at all times? Imagine you got a glass of beer, a glass of water on your head. It's Friday. Have a beer after this. Then you can concentrate on keeping that steady. And rest. Staying with the bell. We're going into our step ups next. Grab your chair. Let's get that bell up on the body, whether it's 2 hands or 1, it's entirely up to you. And get up on that chair. So, I'm gonna break the news. We've got good news and bad news. Do you want the good news or the bad news? First, tell you what, I'll give you the bad news first. There are burpees today. But the good news is, there's only 1 round of burpees. And when you're finished your burpees, sounds like the helicopter, sounds like Rescue 116 or something. So when you're finished your burpees, that's the end of the workout. So I want you to push hard, guys. Really push. The 10th exercise we're working on today is burpees. But like I said, good news is, it's only 1 round. Okay, so 5 seconds, we're gonna put the bell down and take a breather for 10, and then we're going into push-ups while the kids try and kill each other. Okay, rest in the other room. Sure, if you've got the kids with you, get them involved. 5 seconds, down we get. 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's go into our push-ups. So go through your checklist with your push-ups. Are you getting your chest all the way to the floor? If not, change the knees. Put the knees down until you're able to do a full range of movement push-up. If you are getting the chest all the way to the floor, start looking at the hand. Are you using fingertips, ball of the hand, and heel of the hand? You'll be surprised how much more you can do when you push the ball of the hand into the floor, as opposed to relying on the wrist, heel of the hand. Squeeze your stomach as you push yourself away from the floor. So the next exercise we're going into is rear lunge. And again, if you want to introduce the weight for this, go for it. And rest. Okay, so just like the step-ups, you're either going to hold that weight on your chest or you're going to hold it on one side. 3, 2, 1. Feet hip width, kick your leg back, drop your knee to the floor, drive off the front foot, the whole foot, and come back up tall. We're looking for range of movement here. We're not looking for speed and the running man. We want to maintain perfect form. What's that? Slow as pro. Perfect form, perfect technique will ensure you get the right result out of your training. It's halfway through. I'm going to change hands and leg, but entirely up to you whether you want to alternate your legs or whether you want to stay with one more so than the other. If you need to use a chair or a table for stability, go for it. Just emphasize the range of movement. 3, 2, 1, rest. We're back to the top of the list. We're going back into kettlebell swings. Stay with me, guys. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So, we're over a third of the way into the workout, guys. And it's not as bad as you thought. What is fear? Fear is false expectations appearing real. F-E-A-R. It means it's always worse in your head than it appears in real life. So we got 25 seconds more swings, then we're getting a 10-second breather, and then we're back to our step-ups. So we got the full body work at the top of the list. So we really get loads of reps out on those exercises. 10 more seconds. Stay with me. So guys, it'd be great if we could get a look at your home setup. So with the other classes I do Instagram Live, rest 10 seconds. A load of people send in what they do at home, how they have it set up, Chromecast or Apple Play to the TV. Let's go. A load of them have the dogs and cats involved. Because obviously, you know, when you lie on the floor, the dog immediately comes over and tries to sit on your head. So, give us some photos, give us some likes, tags, shares. Let's try and get as many people in the club involved in these workouts. That way, when this lockdown is eased off, we can get back to the water, fitter, stronger, faster, better sailors ultimately, right? With a better sense of social confidence and community. 12 seconds, keep going. 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, push-ups next. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest, get rid of the chair and the bell. Get ready to get down onto the floor into your push-ups. And then we're gonna go into 3, 2, down we get, 1, and push-ups. So, if you've got all those points covered from the last rounds of push-ups, let's start concentrating on the breathing. So it's a big inhale at the top, keep the air in the lungs all the way down, and then all the way back up, and exhale again when you're in the top third of the lift. That just ensures that you're keeping your stomach muscles nice and tight. And if your stomach muscles are nice and tight, your core is engaged, which means your hips don't flop, which means you're lifting yourself up, and you're really getting the best bang out of the work that you can get. If your hips are dropping and you look like you're doing the worm, then you're not engaging any core, and you're probably going to end up hurting your lower back. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up we get. We're back to our weight. We're going into our rear lunges. And again, you can play around which foot you want. As long as you look here and see the gap, I'm going to maintain that gap at all times. I'm not lunging and putting my foot behind me like I'm lunging on a tightrope, because as soon as that happens, I become more unstable on the upper body. I start wobbling, and the ultimate aim is to promote stability in the muscles and strengthen the muscles. And if you're concentrating on not wobbling, you're going to be focusing more on the joints and ultimately injure yourself. So give yourself the best possible advantage and bring all the muscles into play. So it's over halfway. I'm just changing sides because I'm OCD like that. So if this is your first session on the Haute Yacht Club Instagram, welcome. If it's your second, hit us back. Let us know how you get on. And rest. So we're now going into supine grip, single arm row. You're going to stay with the weight. Put your hand on the chair, stick your butt out, palm facing away from the body, pull your elbow past your rib. We're going to go 25 seconds on the right side, 25 seconds on the left, and aiming to keep the upper body as steady and parallel with the floor as possible. And by keeping the palm facing away from the body up towards the head, you're engaging the back of your shoulder and your bicep. Change hands. So again, same format. You need to go slower in order to exaggerate the posture. Do it. Because by going slower, exaggerating the posture, you're ensuring more muscle is being used than using momentum to keep that bell going, which doesn't give you much. 3, 2, 1, rest. 10 seconds. We're back to the top of that list again, and we're back into swings. Stay with me, guys, you're going well. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, it's members and friends and followers of Haute Yacht Club who are doing this session with me. Where are you guys from? Obviously there's going to be a majority in Haute and the surrounding area, but like I saw at the start, we've got Portuguese guests. Let us know at the end. Say hello where you are. On my sessions on Tone Fit, we've got guys in New York, we've got guys in LA, Spain, France, we've got guys, where else? Yeah, there's a couple of Portuguese in there as well. We got a couple of people in England, Suffolk, London, Scots. So you'll be surprised how big the community actually is once you start doing something positive. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest 10 seconds. Back to your chair, step ups in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, get that weight up. 1, and get that foot fully up on the chair. So it's now at the point where your body is starting to really show signs of fatigue, that without you knowing, your body is looking for those little shortcuts, like whooshing yourself up using the leg on the floor. We don't want that. We want to focus on the leg that's actually on that chair, because the more you focus on the leg that's on the chair, the more that glute, hamstring, quad and core is going to have to lift you up. It's 25 to go, so the OCD in me is screaming and I change sides. But again, if you're not a lunatic like me, then you just keep going. It'll all work out in the end. We got 10 seconds left. Remember, this is good. 4, 3, 2, 1, bell down. Chair to the side, bell to the side. Let's get into our push-ups. At this stage, a lot of us are gonna need our knees on the floor. Use them. Engage the core, engage the chest, and get the full range of movement still. Let's go. Chest all the way down, squeeze the stomach, push yourself back up. I would rather you do half the amount of reps, but with a really good technique, than double with a crappy technique. Because if you just go half reps, you're only going to use the joints, which aren't designed to lift the body. The joints are designed to hinge the body's limbs. The muscles are designed to lift. And if you don't do a full range of movement, the chances are you're not going to get the full range of movement on the muscles. You're going to end up with an injury because the joints are being overworked, and you're not going to burn and tone the muscle as much as you expect and want. Whew. Oh. And rest. Okay, so we're going into our rear lunge. Again, You can use that kettlebell or ditch the kettlebell. It's up to you. 3, 2, 1. I'm kicking back and dropping, and at all times, I'm maintaining that width on my feet. Keep that going. Impress, you can talk and exercise. Keep it up, but not talking. Good work. Ah, sure, look. I stole an extra pair of lungs there a couple of years ago. I have them stashed around the back. Oh, it's what I do it on a daily basis. I still get seasick when I go out on the lifeboat though. I'm lifeboat crew and Hoth. Okay, change legs. For those of you who may need my services, hopefully you don't in the near future. 15 seconds, 12 seconds, 11, 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6. We're going into supine grip. So supine basically means underturned, palm facing the sky. And rest. You're gonna put your left hand on the chair. You're gonna rotate so your palm is facing away from the body. Stick your butt out, 2 feet on the floor. Squeeze your stomach, pull the elbow past your ribs. So, just like a walking a dog or a kettlebell swing or anything like that, where there's an external force on your body, you're in charge. So you do not let that dog pull you out of the line you're holding on the lead. You don't let the kettlebell swing pull you off kilter. The same with this. You keep yourself on an even keel. I'm changing hands because it's halfway. And by keeping yourself on an even keel, the best way to do that is squeezing your stomach aggressively as you pull from the back of the body, the lat, and drag that elbow past your ribs. Keep that going, guys. We're almost into our next exercise. Let me check my notes. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your weight aside. Interlock your fingers. Put your hands behind your head, feet shoulder width. You're gonna stick your butt out and drop as low as you can into a squat and back up. These are called prisoner squats for obvious reasons. And the aim here is dropping the hips. So my knees are not consciously bending. I'm literally dropping my hips, and my knees have no alternative but to sympathetically bend. I'm not consciously bending my knees. I'm consciously sticking my butt out like I'm shutting a door behind me, and then I'm dropping my butt down into that gap below. And my knees are pointing out in a V, the same direction my feet are pointing. And if I'm doing that right, I should be able to keep my head up, keep my feet in contact with the floor fully, and engage my core as I stand up. 3, 2, 1. Rest 10 seconds. We're back to the top of the list. We're going to our kettlebell swings. You're almost there. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go swings. So, sometimes it can be tough as a trainer to actually stay motivated with the sessions and give our all, because at the end of the day, I'm literally talking to a 6-inch tall rectangle, and I can see myself in it, which isn't exactly reassuring. So if you guys give us messages and you guys send pictures, likes, shares, tags, it really just reaffirms to us that you're engaging, and by extension we can then get involved more. And 10 seconds, we're going into a breather. 7 seconds, 6. So the more you give us feedback wise, the more we can give you training wise. 2, 1. Rest, don't go too far. You're gonna use that weight. We're gonna step up on that chair. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. And one of my most disliked songs of all time has just come on MTV, Despacito. God, I can't stand that song. So I'll force myself to talk just a little bit louder to try and block it out. Oh, I'm a 90s child when it comes to workout music. Oh, a bit of Prodigy, a bit of Ace of Base, the cornier the better. Oh, 27 seconds, and it's 25, so I'm going to switch sides, but I'm going to try and make that as seamless as possible, and I'm going to try not to fall off the stool. I should actually make a blooper reel, because the amount of times this has gone wrong, and I've managed to mask it. 10 seconds, and then we got our push-ups. 7, 6, 5, stay with the right form. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. You got 10 seconds. We're back to push-ups. 6 seconds. 5, down we get on the floor. 4, knees if you need them. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, get the whole palm of that hand in play. Bring it to the party. Get your feet the same width as your hands. Get your chest all the way on the floor. Get your breathing in check. Exhaling at the top, inhaling at the top, and keeping the stomach tight throughout. Try to push yourself away from the floor as parallel a plank position as possible. That's a lot of peas, as long as I don't pee myself. Good, keep that going. Oh. Whew. Nice work, guys. We're almost there. Keep moving. We're going back onto our dumbbell next. We're gonna go into our rear lunge in 4, 3, 2, 1. Up we get. Grab that kettlebell, grab that dumbbell, grab that hybrid Frankenbell. Hold it on your chest, feet hip width, kick the leg back, drop the knee, let's go. Whew. So as you can probably see, this workout is available for all levels of fitness, ages, and mobilities to do. So if you're struggling with an exercise, for example, like the rear lunge, we ditch the kettlebell. If you're still struggling, we bring the chair in for stability. If you're still struggling, we start to change the deck. Time changing size because it's 25 seconds to go. So again, you scale it according to your fitness levels and your abilities. And if you need to take a breather, start with slowing down with perfect technique. And if you still need a breather, stop for 5 or 6 seconds. Then get back into it and join back in. 5 seconds, 4. We got another 3 or 4 weeks of this. 3, 2, 1, rest. We're going over to our chair. So, day 1 was Monday. Today is day 2. Next Monday, we should be a little bit further down the road. Okay, let's start that a lot more. Palm facing away from the body. 3 points in contact with the floor. That's your 2 feet, heels down, and your hand on the chair. Squeezing your core. Pulling from the lat, which is the big wing of muscle on your back. And just before you initiate the pull, you're squeezing that stomach to make sure the body stays even and change. We don't want that body rotating and screwing around left and right, because if you start rotating that body, that momentum builds and you don't actually end up targeting the muscles we want. And the lat is probably the biggest muscle on the back. And if you get the biggest muscle working, you're going to burn the most fuel, which is body fat. Oh, keep that going. Nice work, guys. Okay, and rest. We're going into our prisoner squats. Fingers crossed in between your hands, hands behind the head, and push your hips back, shut the door, and drop into that squat. And the aim here is to drop through the squat using your hips. Try not to let your knees get involved consciously. Feet nice and wide, shoulder even wider than shoulder width if necessary. Stick your butt out. The more you go down, the further your hips go back. Keeping the whole foot contact with the floor and engaging your stomach muscles as you push aggressively the floor down so you can come back up. And your knees push out to the side. Do not let the knees cave in under the body. If the knees cave in, you're in injury territory. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to your kettlebell. Hold the kettlebell on your right shoulder. Put your right knee on the floor. You're gonna punch it to the sky. 2, 1. Squeeze your stomach, punch to the sky. Fold the elbow back down and into the ribs. Punch it to the sky. Back down and into the ribs. Punch it to the sky. So at the 25-second mark, we are gonna change to the other side of the body with the other arm. And guys, you are over half an hour into your session. You're absolutely flying through it. Stay with it. Remember, burpees are just around the next bend. And when you're finished changing sides, and when you're finished your burpees, we're going into our cool down. And if you can get through these exercises, 9 exercises, before you get into your burpees, burpees are a walk in the park for you. But a walk in the park within time, 2 kilometers from your house though, right? 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Up we get. We're back to the top of the list. We're going into our swings. Whew. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's swing. So, our half kneeling overhead press is what you just did at the end of the last round. That was exercise 8 out of our list of 10. We are in our 9 exercise round, and then after that we're into our 10th exercise round. So this is the second last time you will be doing kettlebell swings. Nice work. So the new exercise at the end of this list we're on is exercise 9, and it's bridging. And we're gonna put our heels up on the chair and push our hips into the sky to our heels. So we started bridging with the over body rotation for the warm-up. It's the exact same movement. 3, 2, 1, rest 10 seconds. Back to the chair. You'll miss swings after this. 5 seconds, 4, 3, get your weight up, 2, 1, foot on the chair. So again, let's look at this from a scaled perspective. If you want to make it a little easier, get rid of the weight. If you want to make that even a little easier, all you got to do is use a wall beside you to support yourself as you step up. If you want to make that even easier, don't step on the chair. Do a rear lunge while using the chair in front as a support. The aim is essentially to get a 90-degree bend on that knee. Because once you get that 90-degree bend on the knee, you are now engaging all the relevant muscles in the same way that I'm doing it now. Just mine is a little bit more difficult. Same muscle group, same result. 4, 3, just relative to the individual. 2, 1. Rest. Get rid of that bell for a couple of seconds. We're going into our second last round of push-ups. 3, 2, 1, and let's go through it. So you bootstrap your way up. Use the most important exercise or point first. So the most important one is getting the chest to the floor. If not, make amends by changing the knees on or off the floor. Then use the whole surface area of the palms. If you're not, start pushing through them. Then you're looking at your tempo. Are you maintaining a tempo that keeps you honest? Are you squeezing your core to keep your body in a plank position? Are you continuously moving? I'm now on my knees because I'm favoring knees down to ensure I get the full range of movement at a nice tempo to keep me working hard. 3, 2, 1, up we get. So you're gonna grab your kettlebell again, or your weight, you're gonna hold it on your chest, and you're gonna go into your rear lunge. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Remember, second last round of rear lunges. So the next time you come back to these rear lunges, you're only 4 exercises away from finishing the workout. You can literally see the finish line ahead of you, but there's no point in sprinting it because there's far too much work ahead of you to burn out. Use your sprint if you're gonna do it on your burpees. 25 seconds to go. I'm changing hands, otherwise the whole world would end. Whew. Big squeeze on the stomach as you're standing up tall. And again, full engagement from the sole of that foot to get yourself back up again. Whew. Feel it now. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weight down, don't go too far. You're gonna grab it with your hand, rotate so the palm faces forward. Ready to go, single arm row. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, I'm not letting my back round. I'm keeping my shoulder blades pinned back. I'm keeping my belly button pushed forward. I can feel the tension through the arch of my back, and I'm squeezing my stomach to keep that rigidity and allow myself to really concentrate on the pull originating from the lat, the right hand lat on my back. After the back pulls, I'm going to change hands now. After the back pulls, then the shoulder gets pulled, and then the bicep, and then very lastly, the forearm to a very small degree. If you're concentrating on pulling from the arm, you're going to end up with tension and tendonitis from overuse. We don't want that. And rest. You're going to interlock your fingers behind your head, and we are going into our prisoner squats. 3, 2, feet nice and wide. Stick your ass out, sit your ass down, and the knees get pushed out to the side. You're not consciously bending your knees, you're consciously pushing your hips back and letting them drop. And then the whole surface area of the foot stays in contact with the floor. And there are plenty of reps here in order to keep that tempo and that metabolic rate up. I hope you're enjoying the workout. Enjoy, in inverted commas. You'll enjoy the endorphins you get afterwards. For those of you who are new to it, you may well suffer from a thing called the DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, DOMS. It's just lactic acid and CO2 left over in the muscles. Best thing to do is drink water and stretch and exercise to flush it out. Rest 10 seconds, and then we're going into our half kneeling overhead press. 5 seconds, put your right knee on the floor, holding the bell in your right hand, punch to the sky, let's go. If you want to really engage that core, keep your hand behind your back, because it'll ensure you have nowhere to hide when it comes to pushing that above the head. And you physically have to squeeze your stomach in order to stay stable. 7 seconds, and then we're going to change sides. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch knees, switch hands, way, try not to fall over like me, and off we go. So, we're going into our second last exercise on our second last round. Sorry, our last exercise on our second last round. 10 seconds. It's going to be bridging. You're going to lie on your back with your bum in against the legs of the chair and your heels up on the chair. And rest, 10 seconds. So, onto your back on the floor. Get your butt right in on the chair. Hold on to the legs of that chair so it doesn't slide away from you. And you're going to push your hips as high as you can into the sky. So what we're trying to target here is your hamstrings and your butt. If you don't feel it in your hamstrings, curl your toes up towards your knees more and push through your heels. If you're not feeling it in your butt and only in your hamstrings, get your hips higher. But by holding onto the legs of the chair, you are ensuring that that chair doesn't creep away from you, and you're keeping your knees bent nicely and keeping that exercise going with all the muscle possible. If that chair starts to slide away from you, then you're going to end up working your calves and lower down on your hamstrings. We don't want that. We want the big muscle groups in play. Almost ready to go into our last set of swings. And rest. Up we get. Grab your kettlebell for the last time, because the end of this round is burpees, and then we're done. 3, 2, 1, and swing. So, every exercise you have done, you are doing one more time, and then we're going to tag burpees on the end. When we have finished burpees, that's the workout over. Rule number 1 with burpees: get your hands on the floor. Once your hands are on the floor, then all you got to do is figure out how you're going to straighten out the legs behind you and lower your chest down. So if your hands are on the floor, you either walk your legs out, you jump them out, it's up to you. The first thing you do with a burpee is get your hands on the floor. After that, it's literally just lie down. 9 seconds. Burpees have a really bad rap. If you do it right and break it down into the individual components, it'll be easy enough. And rest 10 seconds. Woo. No more swings for you. 5 seconds, we're into step-ups. 4, 3, 2, 1. Get that foot on the chair. And remember, the variations of this exercise, should you need it. First one to go down a level is get rid of the weight. The second one is to stabilize yourself with a wall. Next one is to do a rear lunge and dropping the knee to the floor using the chair as your guide, your support. 25 seconds gone. I'm going to keep changing to the other side because I've come this far, OCD. Gotta keep going, right? 15 seconds. Whew. 10 seconds. And then we are going into our push-ups for the last time. 3, 2, 1. Bell down, chair to the side. No more step ups for you. Push ups next, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Remember your cue points on your push ups. Do you need the knees in order to get the chest all the way down? Are you using the whole surface area of the palm of your hand? Are you squeezing your stomach? If so, brilliant. If not, address it in that order. Knees, palms, surface area, and core. Whew. I am starting to feel pretty tired now. So at this point, I've got to start focusing more on my technique in order to maintain the correct movement. It's so easy to start cheating subconsciously. Don't allow yourself to. That's the only difference between having training looking at you and actually just giving you instruction. Rest, up we get. Getting ready to go into our rear lunge. Grab your kettlebell. 3, 2, 1. Maintain the hip width. Kick the leg back, drop the knee. Together under the hips. Kick back, drop the knee. Resist the urge to let that leg go under the body. If anything, it actually goes slightly out to the side as you go back and down, because that just widens your base of stability and allows you to use the whole foot to get back up. If you start lunging like you're on a tightrope, you're going to end up falling over and spending too much time changing. Change sides, halfway, 25 seconds to go. There's no more push-ups for you. After this, in 18 seconds, there's no more rear lunges. You're absolutely flying through it, guys. Well done, stay with me, 10 more seconds. 9 more, 8 more, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. We're gonna go supine grip. So we're gonna turn the palm to face away from you. Stick your hand on the chair, stick your butt out, and you're gonna squeeze your stomach, pull those elbows. Let's go. Past the ribs. So there's no more rear lunges for you. And at the end of this round, there'll be no more single arm row. So really focus on squeezing those stomach muscles as you pull that elbow past your ribs. Keep moving, guys. This is good work. I'm going to change hands because it's 25 seconds to go. Otherwise I'd have to go through all the exercises again. And I don't want that today. This is my 3rd session and I am tired. 10 seconds. We're going into prisoner squats next. Again, last few reps. Perfect form, perfect posture. Concentrate and rest. All right, no more single arm row. Put that away. Interlock the fingers, hands behind the head. 3, 2, 1. Stick ass out, sit ass down, knees get pushed out to the side. That's the simplest way of looking at it. Ass back, ass down, knees out. Ass back, ass down, knees out. And that tempo just stays continuous. And if you got it right, you're still at the same speed you started today's session with. And that's pretty impressive because it's hard to maintain a pace at all times, especially over a distance like 40 minutes. 20 seconds to go. Whew. And then we're gonna go back into our kneeling overhead press. 10 seconds for our last kettlebell exercise. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, get that bell onto the right side. Right knee on the floor. Ready to squeeze your stomach and push it above your head. 3, 2, 1, and press it above the head. Squeeze your stomach and press. And remember, if you've come this far, think about the endorphins you're going to get after this. Think about the headspace, the sanity, and the guilt-free glass of wine or beer that you're going to have this evening. 5 seconds and we're going to change hands. 3, 2, 1, and change sides. Think about how you're working at home as a HYC member, fan, and an overall community. This is a positive thing you guys are doing, so keep her going. Concentrate on squeezing that stomach as you press that bell above the head. And the more people we can get doing these sessions on a Monday and a Friday, the better the community, the better the feedback. 3, 2, 1. Ditch that bell, you don't need it anymore. Onto your back. Put your heels up on the chair. Hold on to the legs of that chair. You're gonna drive your hips into the sky. It's your second last exercise on your last round. So that means you guys are inside 2 minutes of the finish line. After our bridging, we're gonna go into our burpees. You have 50 seconds of burpees. After that, there's nothing but stretches. So really have a quiet word with yourself and push yourself as hard as you can with the burpees. Start thinking about them now. Step 1, get the hands on the floor. Once the hands are on the floor, everything falls into place. Keep moving, legs go back, chest goes on the floor, and then you just come back up in reverse. It's not a push-up, it's literally lie down. 3, 2, 1, up we get. We're going into our burpees in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. This is all you. 5, it's your finish line. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on floor. Legs go back, chest to the floor, and up. And just keep moving. This is your finisher. This is your gauntlet. Once you're finished the gauntlet, you are done. I want you to really push hard. All I can do is go alongside you, set the pace, and keep you going verbally. You have to be the one tough on yourself and push yourself, because there isn't a trainer. I'm not standing over you. I'm just giving you direction. Okay, we got 20 seconds left. Push yourself, no regrets. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Time for one more. 2, 1. Rest. HYC's Friday workout. Woo! Well done, guys. How are we feeling? My heart rate's pretty high right now. There's a 600, 700 calorie mark. Whew. All right, take a couple of seconds. Grab some much needed air and water. In through nose, out through mouth. And then we're gonna use our chair to get into our cool down stretches. So, who said you couldn't get a full body workout in your own home? Wowzer. That's a way to describe it. Greg Cossey. Hey Greg, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you enjoyed that workout. Hey Sarah, G&T is right. G&T is right. Okay, so we're gonna put our right foot up on the chair. Our toe is gonna point to the sky. Our hands are behind our back, and we're just gonna reach forward and stretch out that hamstring. So imagine your toe is going to the sky and your nose is reaching towards your toe. In through the nose, exhale out the mouth, relax your shoulder blades, and feel that hamstring stretch. And just go as passive and relaxed as you possibly can on the hamstring stretch. Whew. Okay, so we're now going to keep that foot on the chair, but we're just going to bend the knee this time. And we're going to push that knee forward, and we're looking to hit the hip flexor, thigh, on the leg that's still on the floor. And again, the more you inhale and exhale and relax your shoulder blades when you exhale, whew, the lighter headed you're going to feel, but the more you're going to focus on the stretching muscle as opposed to holding the shoulder blades tense, because that's where we hold all our tension, which takes the pressure off the stretch and doesn't get the result we want. Okay, so we are now going to change legs. So your left leg is up on the saddle, or the saddle, jeez, not a spin class. Your heel is on the chair, your leg is straight, your nose is pointed to the toe, and your toe is reaching to the sky. In through nose, exhale out the mouth, relax your shoulder blades, and sink into that stretch. Oh, anybody got any good recommendations for Netflix? Because I've just finished watching The Tiger King. They are mental. Good TV though, good car crash TV. Makes you feel better as a human being. Open the recommendations on Netflix because it's really scraping the barrel on it now. Okay, bend the knee, put the foot flat on the chair, push your knee forward, and we're looking to hit the hip flexor. Relax your shoulder blades. Whew. And again, I want you guys to be confident in what you're doing at home. So if you didn't quite get a technique, or you have a question or an issue about a movement or a niggle, send us a direct message on ToneFit, TONEDFIT, or send it to the Yacht Club inbox, and it will make its way to me. Christina or Brian will make sure it gets to me, and I'll be able to answer it as quickly as I can. Okay, so you're going to push the chair to the side unless you need it to support yourself for a quad stretch. So bring your heel to your bum, stand tall, pull your knee back, push your hip forward, keep that stretch going. Thanks, Rona, you're very welcome. Oh, Nikki, hey Nikki Rudd, how are you? Christina Mullen Knowles, hey no, Christina, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Oh, Balburn, okay. Excellent, okay, so we're getting some good feedback, guys, thank you. Okay, again, negative feedback's always good, just shows people are listening. So whether I'm talking too fast or I'm talking too slow or exercise time is too small between, let me know. Shoulder blades relaxed, keep the knee pulled back, keep the belly button pushed forward. And again, let us know where you are in the world and how you're getting on with the social isolations. Okay, last one, you're gonna drop your right hand down the back between your shoulder blades, left on the elbow, pull to the side, feel the stretch down the right side. Again, in through your nose, out through your mouth, let the heart rate drop, and we're gonna switch hands now. Left hand in between the shoulder blade, right on the elbow, pull to the right, stretching out that left side. Big breath in through the nose, exhale out the mouth, standing back tall. One last big breath, in through nose, out through the mouth. Guys, that is your 2 sessions, Mondays and Fridays, 5 o'clock, open to all levels, HYC members and followers and friends. I will see you guys on Monday at 5 p.m. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy a nice glass of wine or a beer after that workout because you earned it. Well done, and I'll see you soon.